What's going on, guys? My name's Combat Muffin and welcome to yet another review of a star card. This is our 15th or something. I don't know, I've been doing so many of these and I just want to get them all out of the way so that we can go to the updated star cards so we can be all up to date. But before we go into that, I'd like to say and formally apologize to you. I know there's been such a drought of content on my channel lately, and that's due to two things. The first thing is that I've been quite busy. It's gonna get a lot more busy for me, but that's no excuse as to why I'm not uploading. The real reason is because I don't play on a monitor, which means that I have to use a USB port, which pretty much means a flash drive, put that into the PS4, put all the content that I use on that, and then deliver that to another computer. This method takes a lot of repetition and a very good sequence, and any small thing that messes it up can wreck the entire sequence. And the problem this time is that my flash drive and the PS4 just isn't working. I've tried like 7 different flash drives and it's just not working. I've even used one that has 1 terabyte of space and it still says that there isn't enough space. And I'm so sorry, I just need to get this fixed. And that's pretty much the main reason. My PS4 is being kind of a fucking asshole. But we got it fixed, and let's jump into the video today, which, the star card is the Barrage. And why we're going over it is because this has found a way into my loadout that I will be going over into a future video. A very good loadout for a very specific map. That's a future video, but today we're going over the Barrage star card. Now, as with all star card reviews that I do, I give you 90% fact to help you decide whether or not you want this in your loadout, and then I sprinkle in a little bit of my opinion at the end, just to give you some insight into what it is. So let's jump right into what the Barrage is, starting with the description. Now, the description for the Barrage is a little bit different than others. It always addresses the Barrage as the MPL-57. MPL as in multi-purpose launcher. It does launch stuff and it is multi-purpose. So whenever I say MPL-57, I really mean Barrage. And here is the description. The MPL-57 Barrage fires a volley of 3 grenades with a short delay fuse. And a little fun fact is that during the Galactic Civil War, Mayor Son sought to widen their market share with the MPL-57. The versatile nature of this weapon system is its capability of firing a wide range of ammunition, made it popular on the battlefield. Isn't that fascinating? No, I didn't think so either. Alright, let's go right into the history of the Barrage. So, the Barrage came out with Battlefront and it was a very formidable weapon. And they thought it was a little bit too formidable, so they tagged on a longer cooldown time, which is where we are right now. It's a weapon similar to grenades, although it doesn't have a detonation countdown time like the thermal detonator, which I'll get into a little bit later. It fires 3 shots, they all detonate, and it's very good, especially for shooting down long hallways. It is a very capable star card. Now, in order to get your hands on the Barrage, you're going to need to be at rank 24. And you're going to get the unupgraded version of the Barrage, which has a 35-second cooldown, which is fairly long. However, with the 7,000 credits that it takes to upgrade any given star card, you can knock off 5 seconds right there to deliver a 30-second cooldown for your Barrage. Now, the mechanics of the Barrage are fairly simple. You pull the weapon out using your star card charge, and you shoot it through its tunnel pipe. It shoots out 3 grenades, and they can both land and bounce fairly far since they have quite a bit of trajectory. Once they bounce, it'll detonate in about 1 second. All 3 of them detonate one by one, so it goes boom, boom, boom. All 3 of them detonate one after the other. Like I said before, unlike the thermal detonator, the Barrage does not have a detonation countdown time, so it could be in the air for 50 minutes. And it would not detonate until it touched the ground or a wall. It needs to touch something hard before it will detonate. Now, as for the damage of the individual grenades, it does around 40 to 45 damage, which is good and bad. It's good because it can kill someone with all 3 grenades, and it can kill someone with back-to-bow. Bad because just hitting someone with an individual grenade, or maybe even 2, is not going to get you the kill. However, you may be thinking, oh, the blast radius of the thermal detonator is way larger, I should just use that. Well, actually, because the Barrage shoots out 3 grenades, you can angle them so that they have an actual bigger blast radius than the thermal detonator. If you put them relatively close to each other, but not extremely close together, they could have a massive blast radius, getting you multiple kills all at once. Now, it's kind of difficult to tag a playing style onto grenade-like star cards, but if I had to give the Barrage a playing style, I'd actually give it something more passive than aggressive. You're more at the back lines, firing those 3 Barrage shots over the front lines and into your enemies. You can't really use this as an aggressive weapon because A, it takes a long time to shoot out all 3 of those grenades, and B, after hitting something hard, it does take a while for them to detonate, about 1 second, which is plenty of time for your enemy to get the killing blow on you. It's much better as a passive weapon to shoot into the actual fight and rake in the kills from there. The reason I use the Barrage, if I ever use it in my star card hand, is because it has a very specific ability that the thermal detonator doesn't have, that the impact grenade doesn't have, that few grenade-like star cards have. And the Barrage has it, and that is the ability, its unique ability to deliver those grenades from point A to point B. The Barrage has great firing trajectory, so allowing you to shoot those grenades down hallways, over enemies, behind the enemies. Only the Barrage can really do that to the max. The thermal detonator somewhat struggles at that because you can't shoot it over enemies because it'll detonate before it touches the ground, and throwing it down hallways can be somewhat difficult, especially for something like the impact grenade. That's why I like Barrage, and that's why I actually use it on a very specific map, which I will do in a future video, the best loadout that I have found for the carbon freezing maps in Bespin. So subscribe if you would like to hear that. It's an awesome loadout and I absolutely love it. All in all, I give the Barrage about a 7 out of 10. It does very well on the battlefield, and it's very different from any other grenade-like star cards. But that cooldown, man, is that cooldown slow. You get very few Barrages in a game compared to something like the thermal detonator. Also, for me, I'm more of an aggressive kind of player, and the Barrage is more of a passive kind of star card. The thermal detonator, for me, allows me to really get into the thick of it, throwing a lot of grenades, picking up a lot of kills. Well, with the Barrage, you have to be a little bit more tactical on when you use it because A, you don't really get that much Barrage because of that cooldown time, and B, you can't really use it that aggressively because of the way it fires and the countdown time for the detonation. Alright, thank you for tuning in for today's star card review. Again, I apologize for the drought in recent videos. I figured it out finally, and now I should be going back to normal, a regular supply of videos. As always, like and subscribe for plenty more Battlefront videos and tons more star card reviews. You can go ahead on the channel and check that out. And one more thing, guys. In the past 2 weeks, my channel has really just kind of skyrocketed. In one of those videos, the top 3 power-ups that I did, that kind of video, has absolutely skyrocketed, and that makes me so happy. So thank you to you guys. You guys have been awesome. My name's been Combat Muffin. Like and subscribe. Put your thoughts in the comments below. Your rating 1 through 10 of the Barrage. I'll see you next time. I'll see you guys on the other side.